Samourai Wallet got a lot of flack. Yes, got a lot of flack online today and yesterday for this XMR BTC atomic swap. You may find that you need a service like this in the future.
The ends don't justify the means.
I'm not saying right now they justify anything. I'm saying that a service that looks like this, maybe not with another token, maybe not with that service, maybe not with that wallet, maybe not with that company, but a service that looks like this, where you can dip in and out of another network, whether it's Lightning, which you can't do right now because of channel balancing, it's impractical at large sums, or some other way to mask where the Bitcoin came from and where it's going after that. There's not a lot of options right now for this. Mixing is important for that reason. And I'm not saying Samourai is right or wrong, but I'm saying that you may find that the outline of a similar thing that you need in the future to use large sums of Bitcoin privately, if mixers are outlawed, looks like that. And I don't know if that's going against the mission. I'm not sure. In my view, the privacy thing is the most important piece of the non-KYC stack. If you don't want to sell it, then you have to identify. If you want to sell it, then you need the mixer. You should be using a mixer. And if you can't get the mixer, then what do you do? You're right now, there's no other option. So maybe something looks like that in the future. What do you think? Am I out to lunch? Am I crazy? It sounds like you disagree, at least in the moment. But in the future, you're going to need something of this nature, I think.
Well, that's it, to assume that you're going to not want to pay capital gains on the sale of anything. That's the law of the land. If you have it, you want to sell it. That's just, unfortunately, that's the reality of it. So based on that, I'm against it. I mean, even the Samourai thing, I mean, we could just transition to that. For people who are unaware, Samourai is the mixing wallet that you could, hide your track, so to speak, similar to what
it's a good service. Whirlpool Sparrow uses Samourai, I believe. I believe it uses Samourai Whirlpool to do the mixing on.
I don't care if it's good or bad, but the inclusion of a shitcoin, because you are using Monero if you're going to if you're using the atomic swap side of things. The mixing side, I can't really speak much about it. If it's a good service or not, that's fine. But the inclusion of this, now they're adding the ability to do atomic swaps from Bitcoin to Monero and then back to Bitcoin as a way to cheaply and quickly cover your tracks. Again, the ends don't justify the means. You're propagating the use of a shitcoin that you cannot audit. You have no idea what is the supply of it currently, what is the supply of it going to be in the future, nor do you have any idea if it's been compromised right now. So I don't like that in any way, shape, or form. We should be educating Bitcoiners to get away from services like this and to not use it, to find something else. It may temporarily be harming you with respect to your privacy, but it is educating people to stay away from this garbage that people could potentially get hurt. It's Bitcoin. There is no second best. And Monero is far from second best.
But no one's saying you're not really using, you're not relying on things like the auditability of the chain. You're not relying on things like the value of the token necessarily. You're moving in really quick and then moving out.
The usage of it is propagating the use and legitimizing the fact.
I don't think that that's true. If you don't have another option, what else are you going to do? Like in a world where they ban mixers, okay? If they ban mixers, now there is something to be said that in a world where they ban mixers, the likelihood that XMR is banned is probably just as high. So
it's been delisted from a whole bunch of exchanges.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a great point to bring up. You're absolutely right about that. The question is do you want nothing else available to you, or do you want something that's for a 15-minute transaction time? You go in, you obfuscate on the chain there, and an XMR, you get Joey, whatever privacy guarantees. I don't know. Maybe we won't agree on this. It sounds like we may not agree, but I'm not sure.
Lightning is a private. I believe it's private. I don't think
it is private, but you can't use large sums. At the moment, you just can't do it. There's no,
Correct.
That's the problem.
It's good for day-to-day purchases. If you want to spend $50, $100, something along those lines, it works absolutely perfectly for those types of scenarios. So why not use that more so? Instead of doing large dollar purchases, if you have a large stack of KYC Bitcoin, use Lightning and start chopping away at your KYC stack like that.
LBTC, all caps in the chat, join market, Wasabi, Lightning, pay joins. There's other, I'm not saying I'm not saying there's no other options. I'm saying there's nothing wrong with one more option.
If it
That's all I'm
includes
saying.
a shitcoin, yes, there is. The encouraging the use of it is enabling it to stay in existence and encouraging people to buy into it.
You're propagating.
I do not want that. People will get wrecked in the end. Like I said, it could be compromised right now. We have no way to analyze that. How much is in the supply right now? No way to analyze that.
You can't know.
Bitcoin, it's a ledger. It's an open ledger. I could use my node, check anything I want quickly, easily, and it's fucking verified.
I know.
Not the other one. That's a shit coin.
The benefits, they're not lost on me. You're right. I get that. I'm just saying.
The ends don't justify the means, and that's where I stand.
Okay.
A hill I'm gonna.
That's all right. Okay. What's next?
Let's